This episode is titled The Human Factor, which can only mean one thing. RoboKnight focused episode! However, I shouldn't get too excited. After all, these episodes can range from being as good as Prince Takes Night to as bad as, well, that. But hopefully, with a name like The Human Factor, this episode can live up to the expectations I have in my head. The episode opens with the Rangers hanging out at the docks, where Emma imagines how much more beautiful the Earth must have been before humans came. Meanwhile, Rock reveals his new underwater base and says that the insectoids and mutants have failed him, so now the time of the robot has arrived before introducing Metal Alice, a robot who is programmed to make even more powerful robots to take over the planet. Later, Metal Alice introduces her first creation, a robot called Rotox, and after a demonstration of his power, Rock orders Metal Alice to unleash Rotox on the city. The Rangers are called in to deal with the situation, and notice that this new threat is a robot before morphing into action. However, Rotox is pretty strong, and using a magnet makes a shield which he uses to take down the Rangers. RoboKnight then shows up and prepares to blast Rotox, but stops when he realizes he is a robot, giving Rotox the opportunity to attack. After RoboKnight is taken down, Rotox chains the other Rangers up and proceeds to toss them around outside. Jake and Gia are able to break themselves as well as the others out with their mega weapons as Troy straight up drop kicks Rotox, leading to this.
But you won't get so lucky a second time!
It's not about luck. It's about protecting the Earth. It's our duty to protect this planet from creeps like you.
Rubbish!
We believe in our mission, and that belief is what makes us strong.
Strong enough to send your tin butt to the recycling bin.
When you plot against the Earth or its people, you have to deal with us, the Power Rangers!
Ultra mode! Activate! Ultra mode, morph! Ultra mode, ready! Earth's defenders, never surrender! Megaforce Ultra mode!
In Ultra Mode, the Rangers are easily able to destroy Rotox's shield as well as the robot himself with the Ultra Dynamic Blast. Metal Alice then reveals that her robots can be rebuilt even when they are destroyed, while the Rangers reflect on how RoboKnight hesitated before engaging Rotox, Noah saying that RoboKnight recognized him as one of his own. When Metal Alice finishes upgrading Rotox, Rock sends him to attack the city, Metal Alice tagging along to see her work in action. The Rangers arrive to deal with the situation and recognize the robot, who Metal Alice introduces as Rotox DX. The Rangers form the Mega Blaster to finish off Rotox, but he disperses the blast and sends his own back at them and quickly takes the team down. RoboKnight shows up to help, but Metal Alice stops him and says that the robots only want to enslave humanity, which can only help the Earth in the long run. The Rangers say that she is trying to make them look like the bad guys, but Metal Alice says that RoboKnight needs to decide whose side he's on before leaving with Rotox. RoboKnight says he needs to process this and leaves, to the utter shock of the Rangers. Metal Alice and Rotox find a place to imprison the human race, followed by the Rangers in Ultra Mode. Metal Alice comments how RoboKnight is not with them, while the Rangers say that he will see through her evil plan before attacking. However, even in Ultra Mode, Rotox is still able to beat the Rangers down. As the team gets up to fight once more, Metal Alice faces off with them to show the superiority of robots and takes them down herself when RoboKnight arrives.
RoboKnight, I assume you gave some thought to what I said.
I did. Humans are emotional creatures, and they often make illogical and reckless decisions as a result. But you are wrong about them, and I will not join you.
What?
Humans are part of the Earth too. They belong here, and the good they do far outweighs the bad. My mission is to protect the Earth and all who live on it, including humans.
Scrap them all!
Yes, ma'am!
You are robots fighting for the wrong side. Robotic threats must be eliminated.
Yes!
Once RoboKnight takes down Rotox, he and the Rangers join forces and using the Ultra Knight Dynamic, finish off the robots. Metal Alice tells RoboKnight that if he stands with the humans, he will fall with them before retreating. Rock then sends Zombolts to make Rotox grow, and the Rangers and RoboKnight call on the Gosei Ultimate and Gosei Grand Megazords. During the fight, RoboKnight disarms Rotox, giving the Rangers a chance to finish him off. Afterwards, the Rangers say that RoboKnight has proven himself as the sixth Ranger, and the episode ends with RoboKnight making a joke about humans. I've made it no secret how I've enjoyed every little bit of RoboKnight's character development throughout this show. And after seeing him shield the Rangers from a blast, it only makes sense that the next step would be putting his character to the test. Having the new villains be robots creates an interesting dilemma for Robo Knight to struggle with, being that now he has to face a threat that is the same kind as him. I also find it interesting that had Metal Alice appealed to Robo Knight's logic when he first was unfrozen, he most likely would have gone to her side. But having him recognize humans as a part of the Earth that needs protecting shows that his relationship with the Rangers has changed him. Speaking of the robots, they have a much better introduction and are more threatening than the mutants could ever hope to be. It's always good to have a female character on the villain side, and Metal Alice fits the bill perfectly by just how loyal and cold-hearted she is. Baaack also introduces a new underwater base, which I'm going to assume he built without Malcor's knowledge, meaning that his betrayal is imminent. To put it plainly, this is my new favorite episode in the season. The story is interesting and entertaining, the villains are strong, and the action fast-paced and interesting, and let's not forget,
When you plot against the Earth or its people, you have to deal with us, the Power Rangers.
seriously, that scene is almost as good as...
We're ready to morph into action! 6 working together to fight evil!
And stop Rita and all her menacing monsters!
From destroying our planet Earth and ruling the universe with evil.
Look out, Rita! We're not backing down! We're the Power Rangers!
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I think the scene in Megaforce is better. Now, before you guys start writing angrily in the comments, hear me out. Both scenes are really strong on their own, but Megaforce has the added bonus of being the 20th anniversary season. And since so many teams have come before it, Troy's statement about the Power Rangers being the only thing that protects the Earth holds more weight. Well, it took a while, Saban, but you finally managed to put out great episodes again. Don't screw it up this time. I'm Nick, aka IronBat1993, and may the power protect you.